Hi students, today is April 21st and our lesson today is volume of rectangular prisms and some angle measurements. It's a couple of different things in here today, so we'll just go ahead and look at, first of all, number 1 right here. And it says a company makes concrete bricks shaped like rectangular prisms. Each brick is 11 inches long, 8 inches wide, and 5 inches tall. If they used 11,000 inches cubed, which remember that always tells me volume, of concrete, how many bricks did they make? So this is asking us to, first of all, find the volume of the rectangular prism. So remember the formula for volume is volume equals length times width times height. And then whatever the answer is usually in whatever the unit is cubed. So we'll work on that first. So first of all, we need to find the volume of these concrete bricks that are shaped like rectangular prisms. So we can see that the length is 11. That one's the length because it says long. So remember, I'm just pulling in this formula. The width, because it says wide, is 8, and the height, because it says tall, is 5. So I want to multiply those together first. So 11 times 8 times 5 is 440. So I know that the whole overall volume is 440 inches cubed. Now the second part of this, so that was the first thing we needed to do in this problem. The second part says if they used 11,000 inches cubed of concrete, how many bricks did they make? So the second thing I want to do is I want to take that 11,000, and we can put the units, but it's not really important, but 11,000 units cubed, and we need to divide it by that 440. So it would look like this. And that will tell me how many, because the question is how many bricks did they make? So I want to take the 11,000 and divide it by 440, and that gives me 25. So they did 25 bricks. And that is my answer for number 1. Number 2, an aquarium is to be drained. The aquarium is shaped like a rectangular prism with a length of 25, width of 19, and height of 12 inches. Suppose water is pumped out of the aquarium at a rate of 475 inches per minute. If the aquarium starts completely full, how many minutes does it take to empty the aquarium? So we're basically doing the same thing we did on number 1 on this one. So again, we want to remember that formula, which is volume equals length times width times height, whatever it is, inches cubed. In this case, it's inches again. So we want to start with that. Then we look for the things that are volume. So we have the length here is 25, and the width is 19, and the height is 12. So I want to multiply those 3 together. So remember, that was my first step. And I get 5,700. And of course I know it's inches cubed. So then, just like the other one, I'm going to do my second step, which is to take, this one I'm going to do it a little bit backwards though, because I'm going to first of all take this number and divide it by the 475. So, because it wants to know how many minutes will it take. So I'm taking, this is how much it was full, and then I'm going to divide it by emptying it out at 475 inches per minute. So on the second one, we're going to take 15,700 and we're going to divide it by the 475. So it was opposite in the fact of the first one. The first one took the first amount we got and divided it by the second, and then this one is going the opposite way. So on here, let's see. So if I take 5,700 and divide it by 475, it equals 12. So my answer would be, because it's asking how many minutes, so it's 12 minutes that it would take to empty the aquarium. So that is number 2. Okay, number 3, we're going on to kind of a different thing that we had talked about a couple months ago, is finding angle measures. And so hopefully we remember this. It was pretty simple. It says angle STV is a straight angle. So remember, a straight angle equals 180. And the measures of S, T, and W, so the angle right here, is 125. So then it says, it says the measure of W, T, and X is X. It's not telling us what it is, but it wants us to figure it out. So remember, if the whole thing equals 180, and we know that this angle right here is 125, then I basically just need to take 180 and minus 125 to get my answer, which is 55. So my answer would be X equals 55 for that one. And this one's number 4. Angle STV, so STV right here is a right angle. So remember, a right angle equals 90 degrees, okay? And the measure of W, T, and V, let's do that in a different color, but W, T, and V is 25. Okay, so we know that. And then it says that S, T, and W is X, so we don't know X. So basically in this one, we're going to take the 90 and subtract the 25 that we do know to find our answer. So 90 is 65. So our answer would be X equals 65 on that one. Okay, and number 5. Angle FGH is a straight angle. So FGH, straight angle. So we know a straight angle equals 180. And the measure J, G, and H is 110. So we know that one's 110. And the measure of the angle F, G, and J, this one, is X. So again, we just need to take the 180, subtract what we already know, which is the 110, and our angle is, or what's left is 70. So that one right there would be 70. So X equals 70. And that is how you do number 5. So those are the 5 questions for today. Remember, always try to get all of them correct. If you have a question on it, you can always check out the example up in the corner. You can always check it down in the left bottom side and see if you got it right, and then submit it. And good luck. Have a good day.